they don't do something in the next handful of months here before the midterm elections, they're going to lose a job. Yeah, they're going to be out of work, which, do they really do any work anyway? I mean, let's just be real for a second, right? All right, anyway, let's actually pop this article up right here, right now. Feel free to read through the details. I'm going to pull out some of the key details here. All right, so remember, last summer, lawmakers came in, passed this multi-trillion-dollar tax cut bill, which was, named the OBBB Act, right? Well, obviously it's more than that, but that's the acronym behind it. But that was the big tax cut bill. Now, they also have this opportunity to have another reconciliation bill, okay? So they have more opportunities to do this because Republicans are still in control of everything at the moment. However, to be fair, not to make this a political video, which I don't make political videos, but unfortunately, because of the nature of the beast, sometimes it goes down that road. But anyway, Republicans are losing seats left and right here, okay? And they recognize that their margins are getting squeezed massively. So they need to act, and they need to act fast. And they also have this situation of affordability. Americans are struggling. We're getting sick and tired. We're getting mad. We're getting angry. We're getting irritated. And they finally are feeling the pressure on this. Now, I've been pounding the table on this for a while now and saying, if they are going to do anything to help us out financially in any way, shape, or form with this whole affordability situation, it must be done well before the midterm election. I'm just going to say this. If they wait until October, it's too late. Sorry. They've lost their opportunity. We are basically on the edge right here. Americans are holding on by their fingernails, holding on by a thread. And they're finally starting to realize this. So anyway, long story short here, I'm filming this video still relatively early on in February 2026. But here's the deal. They've indicated, and it's right here in this article as well, they need to see significant progress by the end of February to get this next reconciliation bill, on a path for passage by the end of spring or early summer. Realistically, that's not that many months from now. At the speed that lawmakers move and all the vacations and, time away, we need to have some time for ourselves, whatever they do. It's going to take them a while. We recognize this. Well, here's the deal. That's about all the time that they have before all of us, again, not making this a political video, I'm just saying they need to have their timing proper here. If they miss their window to take action and to help people out, and do something about this situation, it's going to be too late. The point of people being disgruntled is going to be beyond the point of return if they wait until October or possibly even September. I would say the sweet spot on this thing is basically any time between about now and maybe like August at the latest, to really get people out of this, this groove, this slump, this rut that people are in, because everything continues to go up, right? By the way, the inflation numbers continue to come out. We saw the wholesale inflation numbers just the other day, last week, one day, and not looking good at all. We're seeing significant price increases on the wholesale level, which guess next stop on that is the consumer level. So we're going to see more price increases on this. But anyway, whole point behind this is this whole affordability push. I've been talking about this for a while. The key word of 2026 is affordability. Okay, we've already heard that a number of times. Mark my word on that. As we continue to work through 2026, the key word is going to be affordability. Yeah, we're going to do affordability measures here. We're going to work on a package for affordability. Okay, what are you going to do about it, right? That's the big thing. People want to know, how is this going to translate back to us, our money, our benefits, our finances, and driving the cost of living down. For once, driving the cost of living down. Now, one more thing that I want to point out really quickly is this. Just because they're doing this next big reconciliation bill, which, again, they're going to refer to it as this stimulus bill, the affordability bill, whatever they want to call it. No promises. I just want to say this. They could add that $2,000 dividend payment that the president has been talking about since November of last year. They could technically add that into it. Again, I want to make it very clear, no promises, but this would be a great opportunity to fulfill the agenda from the president, where he's talked about multiple times. In fact, I've plenty of clips that I've shared with you here on the channel in videos over the last few months here of the president coming out speaking on this $2,000 dividend at some point in 2026. Hello, that's where we're at. They could easily add this into the reconciliation bill if they just so wanted to do so. That is one of the really nice things about reconciliation bills being basically a single party package where just a single party that has full control of everything can add virtually anything they want into it. There are some parameters. They cannot reform Social Security within it, as well as some other things. But yes, they can add some type of dividend, a stimulus, a rebate check, whatever you want to call it. It could easily be added into this. Hey, lawmakers, if you're listening, this may be your one opportunity to redeem yourselves with the American people right now, because a lot of people are getting pretty mad, pretty irritated, pretty frustrated, and honestly getting pretty disgruntled. Look around. It's not that hard to figure out, right? People are getting mad. My point being is that this is their one shot. If they blow it, well, the midterms are going to be not a pretty picture for them. I'm just saying that, okay? And again, I'm not trying to make a political video. I'm just saying this is the reality of the matter, and they're realizing this right now. They've got to make do with the time that they have and the opportunity that they have to use a reconciliation to pass a big old package, add some goodies in there for the American people. If the Halloween basket of goodies comes up dry or a bunch of snacks that nobody cares about, well, then guess what? You're going to have people that are, yet again, basically not being fulfilled for what they need, which is financial stability, financial assistance, financial relief. That's what people need, right? And again, they could add all kinds of random stuff in there, but really, the way that they speak to us these days is by financial relief. That is what people need. That is what people want. And that is essentially what the president has said would be coming. Now, I'm going to use my words carefully here. I'm not going to say the president has promised, because I'm going to be fair with you. I have not personally heard the president say, I promise $2,000. I personally have not heard him say that. Maybe he has, but I personally have not seen the clip. I have not heard the president say that. So, to my knowledge, he has not promised it, but he has certainly said it many, 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 many times. And virtually all of those clips of the president speaking, I have featured here on the channel in different videos over the last, call it, 4 months now? November, December.